Hi everyone, I am Julie and my classmate Ruth. And today we are going to talk about the unit 9 that is Make It Work.
We are talking about grammatical modals of necessity, have to, need to, must, and modals for prohibition and permission.
Today, we are going to explain modals of necessity, permission, and prohibition. This expression helps us talk about rules, obligation, and what people are aware or not aware to do.
That's right. First, let's talk about modals of necessity, have to, need to, and must. We use these when something is required, mandatory, or very important.
Before the examples, let's look at the basic grammatical structure. It is very simple. Subject, modal expression, verb in past form, infinitive without to.
Exactly. For example, students have to wear a uniform at many schools. We need to study for our exams if we want good grades. Drivers must follow traffic rules to stay safe.
Let's add an important grammar note here. Must is a true modal verb, so it never changes. But have to and need to are irregular verbs. This means that if you use the third person singular, he, she, it, you must change them to was to and next to. For example, she has to study or he needs to live.
Good point, Ruth. Also, these three expressions look similar. There are small semantic difference. We use have to for external obligations, rules made by someone else, like laws or school rules. For example, I have to arrive at school before 7 a.m.
On the other hand, need to expresses a personal necessity or our physical need. For example, I need to finish my homework tonight, or I need to drink water.
And must is usually used for strong, urgent obligations or rules that come from the speaker's our opinion. For example, you must wear a seatbelt in a car. Another grammatical tip, must can only be used for the present or future. If you want to talk about an obligation in the past, you must use had to. For example, yesterday I had to work late.
Now let's talk about permission. We use can't when someone is allowed to do something. The structure is the same. Subject, can't, best verb. Remember, we never say can't do.
Here are some examples. First is students can use the library during breaks. You can ask questions during class, or visitors can take pictures in this area.
Grammatically, can is very friendly because it never changes. Not even with he, she, or it. You just say, we can swim.
Let's move on to prohibition. We use can't and must when something is strictly against the rules or not allowed. The structure is subject plus can must plus base verb.
Let's look at the example. Students can't use their phones during exams. You mustn't cheat on tests. People can't park in front in the emergency exit.
Be careful here, because there is a huge grammar trap with the negatives. Must and have to mean almost the same in the affirmative, but in the negative they are completely different.
That's true. Mustn't means prohibition. It is forbidden. But don't have to means there is no obligation. You can do it if you want, but isn't not necessary. For example, you don't have to wear a tie. Means is optional, but you mustn't wear a tie. Means it is prohibited.
Let's review everything we learned with a clear school example.
Perfect. Students have to arrive on time.
They need to bring their materials. It's a practical necessity.
They must respect their teachers.
They can participate in classes if they have permission.
They can't eat during an exam.
And they must cheat on tests. It is strictly forbidden.
These rules help create a safe and positive learning environment.
And in conclusion, remember, use have to, need to, and must for necessity. Use can for permission, and use can and must for prohibition. See you.
Thank you so much for listening today.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day.